Question 21. What is the team's history in the Grand Tournament of Champions?
The rise, fall, and stumble. Pittsburgh Express's roller coaster ride in the G2C. Nostalgia, that fickle mistress. You see, the Pittsburgh Express is like that rock band that had a couple of chart toppers in the 70s but can't seem to get back on the charts. They were the kings of the American Baseball Conference in 74 and 75, beating the likes of the St. Louis Stallions and the Denver Rocketeers, and even the New York Aces. But they choked when the spotlight was brightest, falling to the Miami Hurricanes and the Phoenix Firebirds in the Grand Series. Fast forward to the tail end of the 70s and the dawn of the 80s, and they're more like one-hit wonders trying to stage a comeback. Eliminated in the division series by Seattle in 79 and dismantled by Las Vegas in 80, it's clear the Express has lost its steam. The takeaway? They were once a whisker away from being legends, but are now just another team trying to find its way back to the glory days.
Question 22. What is the team's history in previous seasons?
A decade of peaks and valleys, charting Pittsburgh Express's ABL Odyssey. If the Pittsburgh Express were a song, it'd be a country ballad about lost love and fleeting glory. They kicked off in 72 like a garage band, low attendance and a so-so record. But come 74 and 75, baby, they were rock stars, top of the charts with conference titles, though they choked on the grand stage. Then the hangover sets in, a decline into the late 70s, even going red in the ledger. They tried a comeback, made the playoffs in 79 and 80, but no cigar. Attendance and payroll danced to the tune of their performance, but the championships column? Still waiting for its first entry. Now, here we are, 1981, and it's a slow start. Will they find their rhythm again? The tale of the tape suggests a band that knows a few hit tunes but can't quite string together a platinum album.
Question 23. What's your take on last season?
The 1980 Pittsburgh Express, a tale of almosts and what-ifs. The 1980 Pittsburgh Express, a team that flirted with destiny but got cold feet at the altar. They muscled their way to a 90 and 72 record, a division title, and a coveted spot in the Grand Tournament of Champions. With bats that averaged .251 and an ERA of 3.84, they weren't just making up the numbers, they were contenders. But just when you thought they'd go the distance, they got sent packing by the Las Vegas Gamblers in a playoff heartbreaker. The fan turnstile spun like a top with over $1.7 million through the gates, and the front office wasn't pinching pennies either, boasting a payroll north of $5.7 million. Financially, the ledger was black, but on the field, it was a season colored by the gray hues of what could have been.
Question 24. How does what happened in the 1980 season reflect on the 1981 early campaign?
The ghost of 1980, looming large over Pittsburgh's 1981 campaign. The early 1981 season for the Pittsburgh Express is like reading last year's diary, full of expectations but tinged with a bit of regret. After a robust 90 and 72 run last year, you'd think the Express would be steaming ahead. Not so fast. They're sputtering at 8 and 11, sitting fourth in the division, and their pitching, once a point of pride with a 3.84 ERA, has ballooned to 4.25. But don't toss your peanuts in Cracker Jack just yet. The bats are humming at a .276 average, a jump from last year's .251. What's missing are the W's. Financially, the cushion from last year's successful run should give the front office some elbow room to tinker. And they'd better. The fans are restless, waiting for a sequel to last year's playoff drama. Yes, 1981 isn't 1980, but it's still written in pencil, not ink. Time to rewrite the script, Express.
Question 25. What is your take on the current roster?
The 1981 Express, a mixed bag on the fast track or a slow train to nowhere? Folks, the 1981 Pittsburgh Express are like a mystery novel you can't put down, each chapter raising more questions than answers. On the mound, David Acuna is shaping up to be the ace with a sharp 2.73 ERA, but the rest of the rotation is wobbly at best. Omar Ramirez and Doug Farmer are reeling with ERAs north of 6, and let's not forget, Ramirez is nursing back spasms. The bullpen? Alex Dunlap needs to put the closer back in his title. Now, on the flip side, the lumber looks lively. Jonathan Green and Eric Velasquez are swinging like they're in a home run derby. But don't get too cozy. Injuries have boarded this express train, with Juan Torres and Mauricio Avila out for extended stays. All this while Roberto Valderrama is holding court behind the plate like a seasoned judge. Compared to their solid 1980 outing, the pitching has gone south, but the bats seem to have found their North Star. Still, with a shaky rotation and a triage unit growing by the day, this Express team is at a crossroads. They've got the pieces, the puzzle is putting them together.